Welcome to Healthy Secrets channel. There are dull aches we learn to live with, strange signs in our bodies we brush off as no big deal, until one day, they flare up, and the price we pay is our health, or even our life. Stomach ulcers aren't rare, but because they're so common, they're often underestimated. What if you're not sure whether you have an ulcer, or your body has already been sending signals, and you just haven't recognized them yet? In today's video, Healthy Secrets will walk you through 10 subtle but clear signs that you might be dealing with a stomach ulcer, and 3 serious complications that can happen if it's left untreated. Don't ignore these warning signs. The earlier you catch them, the easier treatment becomes, and the better your digestive health will be in the long run. Before we dive into all the helpful and eye-opening information, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on any future tips for a healthier, happier life. Ten warning signs you may have a stomach ulcer. Don't ignore them. Number 1. Upper abdominal burning. Have you ever felt a dull, burning sensation in your upper abdomen, like glowing embers, especially when you're hungry or a few hours after eating? That feeling might seem minor, but if it happens often, there's a good chance you could be dealing with a stomach ulcer without even knowing it. The pain isn't intense, but it's enough to cause discomfort, make it hard to focus, and leave you feeling drained over time. It's typically described as a burning or gnawing sensation in the center of the abdomen, right below the breastbone, and it often comes in cycles, like when you skip meals or eat late. Many people brush it off, thinking it's just hunger or stress, until the pain becomes too strong to ignore. A stomach ulcer is a slow, silent process that eats away at the stomach lining, and it often starts with pain just like this. If you notice this symptom happening again and again, don't ignore it. That's your stomach calling for help. Number 2. Burping and acid reflux. Do you often feel gas rising up your throat, along with a sour taste in the back of your mouth? That's not just typical post-meal bloating. It could be a warning sign that your stomach is irritated and struggling to control its acid levels. When the stomach lining becomes inflamed, the body responds by producing more acid. This excess acid can easily flow back up into the esophagus, leading to a burning sensation in the chest, a sour or irritated throat, mild nausea, and frequent burping or acid reflux, especially after meals or when lying down to rest. This is a common symptom that many people ignore, assuming it's just due to irregular eating habits. But the truth is, the longer it's left untreated, the more acid erodes the stomach lining, making the ulcer larger, harder to heal, and increasing the risk of serious complications. Burping and acid reflux aren't scary on their own, but what makes them dangerous is how easily we dismiss them for far too long. Number 3. Bloating, gas, and indigestion. Some days, your stomach feels like a balloon, tight, heavy, and ready to let out a sigh. You eat just a little, but it feels like you've had a huge meal. Sitting is uncomfortable, and lying down makes it even harder to breathe. Bloating, gas, and indigestion might seem like minor issues, but they're actually persistent signals from a stomach that's overworked and possibly damaged. When the stomach lining is inflamed or ulcerated, it disrupts the natural rhythm of digestion. Digestive fluids are released irregularly, causing food to stagnate, leading to gas buildup and a false sense of fullness and abdominal pressure. Many people turn to quick fixes, chewing ginger, taking probiotics, or just waiting it out. But if the discomfort keeps coming back day after day, week after week, it's no longer just a minor stomach issue. Sometimes, that heavy feeling in your belly is actually a sign of something deeper going on in your stomach, something you might be unknowingly ignoring. Number 4. Nausea or vomiting after eating. You've just finished eating, but your stomach already feels unsettled. There's a tightness in your throat, and a wave of nausea rises, even though you didn't overeat. If this keeps happening, it could be your stomach's way of reacting to irritation or damage. When the stomach lining becomes inflamed or ulcerated, its natural contractions become irregular, disrupting the digestive process. Food stays in the stomach too long, leading to nausea, and in more severe cases, actual vomiting if the ulcer is deep and the stomach spasms strongly. Many people brush it off, thinking maybe that dish just didn't sit right. But if nausea happens often after meals, especially alongside bloating and a dull, persistent ache, it's likely a sign of a more serious stomach issue. Vomiting doesn't just lead to dehydration and nutrient loss. It's also a clear sign that your stomach lining is in pain and under too much stress. Don't wait until your stomach starts pushing food back out to finally pay attention to it. Number 5. Loss of appetite. Meals start to feel more like a burden than a joy. Food no longer tastes the same. It's harder to swallow, and after just a few bites, you feel bloated and uncomfortable. Each meal ends quickly, and sometimes you don't even remember what you ate. Persistent loss of appetite with no clear cause is one of the silent signs of a stomach ulcer. When the stomach lining is damaged, digestion no longer runs smoothly. Eating, instead of fueling the body, becomes exhausting. Over time, the body starts to lose weight, lacks essential nutrients, and the immune system weakens. But many people don't realize that the root of the problem lies in their own digestive system. Loss of appetite isn't what's truly scary. It's letting it quietly persist until your body no longer has the strength to keep going. Number 6. Persistent fatigue. Your body feels constantly drained. Even without overworking or losing sleep, you're sluggish, heavy, and low on energy all day long. Everything slows down, from your thoughts to your movements. This kind of fatigue is often mistaken for stress, poor nutrition, or even the weather. But in reality, a stomach ulcer could be the underlying cause. When the stomach lining is damaged, digestion and nutrient absorption become less efficient. Food goes in, but your body doesn't get the energy it needs, leading to ongoing fatigue, even if you're eating regularly. If this fatigue comes along with symptoms like bloating, dull stomach pain, or loss of appetite, don't be too quick to blame it on being busy or not getting enough sleep. Your body might not be tired from lack of rest. It could be starving from the inside, with your stomach at the root of the problem. Number 7. Bad breath. A strange smell in your mouth or a persistent bitter or slightly sour taste shows up regularly, even though you brush your teeth and maintain good hygiene. It can chip away at your confidence in conversations, but what's more concerning is that it may be coming from a deeper issue, like an inflamed or ulcerated stomach. When the stomach is damaged, undigested food can ferment and produce odor. Combined with acid reflux rising into the esophagus, this results in bad breath or a lingering sour or bitter taste in the throat. Many people assume the issue is dental and rush to the dentist, when in fact, the real problem lies deeper in the digestive system. Bad breath isn't just an embarrassing problem. It can be a warning sign that stomach acid is rising excessively, damaging the stomach lining and disrupting your entire digestive system. Don't just treat the symptoms in your mouth if your stomach hasn't been cleansed and cared for from the inside. Number 8. Digestive disorders. Someone once joked, if your morning isn't regular, your whole day is off. And for those dealing with a stomach ulcer, that couldn't be more true. One day, your stool is loose. The next, it's hard as a rock, sometimes both in the same day. Your stomach aches on and off, grumbles unpredictably, and nothing you eat seems to sit right. But the trouble is, many people just shrug it off as a minor digestive issue and pop a few probiotics, thinking that'll fix it. In reality, when the stomach is inflamed or ulcerated, the entire digestive chain gets thrown off. Acid production becomes irregular, food isn't processed properly, and digestive enzymes go out of sync, leading to unpredictable bowel movements, just like a stomach that's lost its rhythm. Many people live with this condition for months, even years. By the time they realize what's happening, their digestive system is already worn down. Digestive disorders aren't always just about eating the wrong thing. Sometimes, they're your stomach's quiet cry for help after being pushed too far. Number 9. Pain radiating to the back. The pain starts as a dull ache in your upper abdomen, then slowly creeps to your side, and before you know it, there's a mild, nagging sensation behind your back or in the center of your chest. It's not the kind of sharp pain that makes you double over, but more of a persistent, hard-to-describe discomfort that keeps coming back, like a subtle, unwelcome reminder. Many people mistake it for back pain, muscle strain, or even mild heart symptoms. But in reality, when an ulcer eats deeper into the stomach lining, it can irritate nearby nerves, causing the pain to radiate beyond the original area. This is no longer a mild symptom. When an ulcer reaches closer to the muscle layer, the risks become much more serious. Without early detection, complications like stomach perforation, internal bleeding, or inflammation spreading to nearby organs can absolutely occur. Don't ignore unusual pain, especially when it quietly creeps into different parts of your body. Number 10. Black or tarry stool. No one likes to inspect their stool too closely, but sometimes it's your body's way of sounding the alarm through the smallest signs. If you notice your stool turning unusually black, like coffee grounds, or see traces of bright red blood, don't wait another day. Get to a hospital immediately. This is no longer a mild warning. Black stool often signals upper gastrointestinal bleeding, meaning your stomach or duodenum is bleeding. As blood passes through the digestive tract, it oxidizes and turns dark. If there's bright red blood, the ulcer may be located lower in the digestive tract. But either way, it's a serious warning that shouldn't be ignored. A bleeding ulcer doesn't just lead to blood loss, dizziness, and low blood pressure. It can become life-threatening if left untreated. When your body starts bleeding from the inside, don't try to tough it out. That's not the time to wait. It's the time to act. Now that you're familiar with the 10 early warning signs of a stomach ulcer, it's important to understand why these symptoms should never be taken lightly. If left untreated, what may seem like minor digestive issues can quickly escalate into serious complications, even life-threatening ones. Let's take a closer look at the 3 most dangerous complications of stomach ulcers, and why early detection and proper treatment are the keys to protecting your long-term health. 3 serious complications of stomach ulcers. Number 1. Stomach bleeding. A stomach ulcer doesn't just cause pain. It can make you lose blood without a single visible wound. When an ulcer eats deep enough to reach the tiny blood vessels beneath the stomach lining, bleeding begins. Quietly, silently, and dangerously. Don't wait until you're vomiting blood or feigning to take it seriously. Your body has already been sending warning signs. Unusual fatigue, pale skin, dizziness, or dark, coffee ground-like stool. If you keep delaying treatment or rely only on temporary pain relief, the ulcer will continue its silent damage, and bleeding will be inevitable. Stomach bleeding can lead to acute blood loss, a sudden drop in blood pressure, shock, and even death if not treated in time. This isn't a rare complication. It's one of the most common and dangerous consequences of ignoring a stomach ulcer. If you know you have an ulcer, don't just live with it. Treat it early and thoroughly before your body starts speaking through blood. Number 2. Stomach perforation. If you're dealing with a stomach ulcer and just waiting for the pain to pass, thinking it'll go away on its own, remember this: ulcers don't heal themselves. They slowly dig deeper, and one day, they can perforate. A perforated ulcer is an extremely dangerous complication. It happens when the ulcer burns through the entire wall of the stomach, creating an open hole straight into the abdominal cavity. Acid, bacteria, and food leak out, triggering acute peritonitis, a sudden, intense inflammation of the abdominal lining. This isn't just a dull ache anymore. It's a stabbing, knife-like pain. Your abdomen becomes rock hard. You break into a cold sweat, struggle to breathe, feel dizzy, and if you don't get emergency surgery within a few hours, the outcome can be fatal. A perforated ulcer doesn't wait for you to be ready. It's the final result of prolonged neglect. If you're treating your ulcer halfway or ignoring the warning signs, it's time to stop. Start taking care of your stomach again, starting today. Number 3. Stomach cancer. No one ever thinks they'll get cancer until it's too late. One of the most silent paths to stomach cancer is long-term, untreated chronic ulcers. When an ulcer persists for years, especially in the presence of H. pylori infection or constant acid erosion, the cells in the stomach lining begin to change. What starts as simple damage can progress to dysplasia, then precancerous changes, and finally cancer. This process unfolds quietly, often without clear symptoms, until it's discovered in the later stages, when treatment becomes much more difficult. Stomach cancer is one of the most dangerous gastrointestinal cancers and has a high mortality rate, not because it's untreatable, but because most people discover it too late. If you already know you have a stomach ulcer, don't just live with it. Early, complete treatment is the only way to avoid reaching the final and most devastating consequence of neglect. Your stomach can't stay silent forever. Those dull aches, burning sensations, or waves of nausea that seem to come and go, they may actually be your body's way of sounding the alarm. If you keep ignoring them, those symptoms could lead to gastrointestinal bleeding, a perforated ulcer, or even stomach cancer. And by then, treatment becomes far more difficult. Don't wait until it's too late. Listen to your body. Take unusual signs seriously and get checked and treated as early as possible. Thank you for watching this video on the Healthy Secrets channel. If you found it helpful, feel free to share it with your friends. If you're facing any health issues or have questions about a specific topic, let us know in the comments section below. And finally, don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any important health updates. We're sharing new content regularly right here on this channel.